Welcome to the SEO.co Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Digital marketing essentials and next level tactics. From offsite and on-site optimization to persuasive selling and everything in between. You'll learn actionable tips on what it takes to outright and outrank your competition. Now, here's your host, Nate Need.
Hello, welcome. In this episode, I really want to get down and talk a little bit more about pricing for SEO services. I know we've talked about this a little bit before, but I wanted to kind of revisit a topic related to pricing for SEO, and that is the question of how much should I be paying for SEO, and why is it so expensive? What are the alternatives? And if I have say X amount of budget, call it $1,000. Is that going to be enough to move the needle for me as it relates to my competition? And let me start by sharing a brief story that'll probably be helpful. We have a client who spends a good amount of money on SEO, content marketing. He and his group are they're in the project management space. They cover a very wide area geographically. They have a very good sized business, and they are doing a lot of content marketing. And they're probably in one of the larger markets in the country. And when you're spending the amount that they're spending, they see results. And we had someone reach out to us recently, and because they had noticed that we had done some work in that space and had asked us to give them an assessment, and they said, we want to rank for property management Los Angeles, and their budget was roughly $700 a month, as I recall. And the comment there was that with that size of budget, you're never going to get there. You really need to look at the competition first off and take some time to reverse engineer what they're doing and how long it took them to get where they are presently. And if you do that reverse engineer math and just take a look at how they've gotten to the point where they are, and look at the number of links, the amount of content, both on and off site, look at their trust flow, their citation flow, some of those majestic metrics, maybe dive into Ahrefs or Moz, take a look at the total number of links that they have, and really take a look at how long and how much money, how much time is it going to take me to get on par with such and such property management group that's ranking for this term. And even the cheapest search engine optimization consulting group is going to charge you much more than, say, $700 a month to get to that level. It's just it just takes a lot of time. It's a slog, as they say. And so when we have folks come to us and say, hey, here's kind of the limitations on budget that I have, and here are the terms that I would like to rank for, and then we start looking at competitors, and it's like, well, the suggestion is then we've got to niche you down even further. And we talked about this in one of our more recent episodes, is niching down further is then advisable. If you only have a budget of, say, $1,000 to $3,000 a month, you should probably be focused on a much tighter niche. Maybe it's an industry niche in a specific geography. So, and I'm not talking about personal injury attorney. That's a specific niche. And maybe it's in Los Angeles. I'm not talking about that. That's still going to be an extremely competitive key phrase to rank in the top 10 for the Los Angeles area on Google. So what I'm talking about more so is focusing in on a niche when you have limitations on that budget. And if you don't have limitations on that budget, looking at other ways to scale those links. And we have some advisory services that allow us to really take that to the next level and really build those links for you in a way that's somewhat cost effective a little bit more keen on budgetary constraints. So SEO is not cheap because it takes a lot of work to build a site and the backlink profile in such a way that's really going to make you sing and get you to where you need to be eventually. So those are my 2 cents on pricing. Reverse engineer what your competitors are doing, and if you don't think you can beat them with your budget from any SEO agency, then there's the answer to your question.
Thank you for joining us on the SEO.co podcast. We appreciate your time. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show, and visit SEO.co for more resources based on today's topic, as well as access to more podcast episodes to help you improve your site's long-term SEO success.